Hello and welcome to Marketing Solutions for Local Law Firms, the podcast that provides you with all the latest digital marketing tools, tips, and strategies you will need to implement in order to stay ahead of your competition. If you are looking to substantially increase your caseload in the next 6 months, this is the podcast for you. And now, here's the host of our show, the local business guy himself, Frank Deming.
Hello, everyone. This is Frank Deming, the local business guy, and welcome to another episode of Marketing Solutions for Local Law Firms. Happy Wednesday. Happy Hump Day, everyone. I hope you guys are having a rockin' week thus far. Today, I was digging in my bag of topics. It's a fictitious bag, in case you're wondering. But anyway, I do have, topics that I like to discuss often because I find them, important for your law firm, for your business, etc. And I noticed that it's been a while since I did one of my favorite topics, and this is the fact topic. I have not given you fact quotes in quite some time. And A, I apologize for that. And B, shame on me, right? I should give you these facts things because it's important to understand facts. Because when we understand facts, we can fix anything that could be going wrong if you're on the opposite end of that fact or you're towards the negative portion of that fact. Either way, this is why I always like to give facts, because I want you to pay attention. I want to shine the light on something that may be going wrong with your business. So today's episode is going to be talking about facts. As you know, we're already in the second half of the year. We're in the third quarter of 2023. Time is moving fast. So I want you guys to really start looking into what your business was, what did you have in store in terms of your business when you first started the year? Where are we right now, mid-year? And, are you going to hit your goals or not? Or are you hoping for a surge towards the end of the year? Either way, it has nothing to do with today's topic. It was just something that just came to my mind as I was delivering the content. Speaking of content, I'm about to deliver it right now. And like I said, we're talking about facts. But before we get into it, I want to ask you guys a question because it has to do with this fact that I'm about to deliver. The question is, are you losing 2/3 of your customers? A lot of people don't know that. And one of the things before I get into, I know this is a huge, I usually don't talk this much in terms of before delivering the content I want to deliver, but it's important that you understand that a lot of people that I run into, for some reason, do not have facts in the back of their, they don't have facts, in their hip pocket. And I implore you to change that. I want you guys to start understanding these facts and data. Things like, are you losing 2/3 of your customers? Really dig deep into your CRMs, whether you use Clio, MyCase, Lawlytics or something like that. I forgot the name of that, but there's a plethora of different law firm CRMs out there that you may or may not be using. But whatever it is that you're using, look into it and see if you're actually losing 2/3 of your customers. Because once you find this out, here's what I want you to do with that data. But before, anyway, I'm going around in circles in this episode, and I apologize. It's because I want to give you the data, but I want you to understand the importance of the data I'm going to give you so that way you can take action. Because often enough, there's too often I find that I give information and not enough people are taking action. So I want that to stop. So with that said, let me give you the content of today's episode. Here's the fact, and this is according to the Harvard Business Review. Okay, again, these facts I never give you that I make up. I look these things up. I look at it from a broad perspective throughout customers of mine. I vet through it. Then I deliver this. So before you even get content from me, it's because I vetted through it with customers of mine, or even my own business. And then I say, oh, wow, this is an actual fact. So here's the fact. Companies with strong omnichannel customer engagement strategies retain an average of 89% of their customers, compared to only 33% for companies with weak omni-channel strategies. Again, this is not according to Frank Deming, the local business guy. This is according to Harvard Business Review. And I actually was able to vet that data, that fact, before making it a fact, and review it across a lot of my customers. And I was like, yep, it's right. Okay, so here's the bottom line. Omnichannel marketing is about, in case you don't know what it is, omnichannel marketing is about creating seamless and consistent experience for your customers across all channels. Okay, now remember, that could be online, it could be in your facility, okay, if they're in their office or whatever. Via mobile, of course, very important. Television, etc., etc. So by offering your customers multiple touch points, like what we just discussed, to interact with your brand, you actually increase the chances of building strong relationships and increasing customer loyalty. This is a fact. This is not theory. This is not according to Frank Deming, the local business guy. This is according to Harvard Business Review, backed up as a fact by Frank Deming, the local business guy. Now, all of that sounded like a bunch of mobile jobble. I'm not going to leave you hanging like that. I don't roll like that, as they say. I always give you tips, okay? Because, yeah, omnichannel marketing, I just said that omnichannel marketing, a strong omnichannel marketing customer, engagement is going to increase your average of 89% to retain customers, right? But what is a strong omnichannel strategy? What does that mean? As opposed to a weak strategy, right? So I don't want to talk about weak strategies. I want to make this a positive episode. Okay, so let's talk about tips to strengthen your omni-channel strategy. Okay, let me give you 4 quick ones. 4 really, really, really quick ones. And this episode is not going to be very long, but I just want to educate you in a way. Again, we're in the second half already, so this is very important, especially if you're not doing omnichannel marketing. You should be doing it, and start like today. If you are doing it, make sure that you're doing it correctly. And I'm going to give you 4 tips. A, create a cohesive brand message across all channels. It has to be a cohesive brand message. What does cohesive means? Does it tag to each other? Does it connect with one another? Because here's what I mean. If in one channel you're talking about shoes, I'm going to give something really odd here. And the other channel, you're talking about hair products. And then when they look at you, you're a criminal defense attorney. Again, I'm going real extreme here. Then it's not a cohesive brand message. Make sure that it's cohesive to your brand. Okay. And again, I can give you really, really good examples if I'm sitting across the room from you, or maybe on a Zoom call or whatever. I can give you exact examples of that. But since this is a monologue, if you will, I can only give you some obscure examples so you get the message. Anyway, that's A. B, offer personalized experiences based on customer preferences and behavior. A good omni-channel strategy is always based on customer behavior. Write that down. A good omni-channel process/strategy is always based on customer behavior. I was talking to a client actually, he's not a client, he's a potential client of mine not too long ago. And we talked about, he was asking me about my omni-channel program. And I said, well, yeah, I mean, because he was, he told me his budget, it was kind of low. And I said, all right, so for that, we can give you this. He goes, well, why so little? And I said, because it's based on the behavior of the clients, of the potential, of your potential customers. So it's not going to be shown to the world. It's only going to be shown to these people who have this behavior across all platforms. Now, if you want more of those clients, you would have to, of course, pay more money. And then that is going to increase the exposure. And then he got it. Because it's only based on the behavior. I don't want to show my ad, or your ads, excuse me. You're my clients, right? I don't want to show your ad to the world. I want to show your ad to your ideal customer profile. That's what I'm doing. So that's C. That's B. C. Use data and analytics to understand customer journeys and identify pain points. That goes to, again, the behavior. But now, instead of just, okay, this is what I'm showing, I also want to use that data now to change my messaging if I have to. So I want to further drive home the pain points, because you know what keeps the phone ringing, guys? Pain points. We've talked about this before. Pain points makes your phone ring. If someone is, let's say you're an international immigration lawyer, and someone is, really, really in trouble from an immigration standpoint, and doesn't want to return to their country, want to stay here in the United States or whatever, and they keep seeing your thing over and over again, and they're seeing how, maybe you've demonstrated to them how you've helped other people similar in their case. Guess what? You're driving home a pain point for them. And they're also going to pick up the phone and call you or fill out a form, right? That's the bottom line. D, this is the last one. Invest in tools and technology that allow for seamless integration across all channels. Because again, it's not omnichannel marketing is not a one-channel thing. Like, yeah, you could probably get a bunch of leads on Facebook, but that's only one channel. Your customers are everywhere. So you need to be where they are. So invest in tools that's going to do that. That's the strategy. And we have an omnichannel tool that does exactly all of this. I'd love to show it to you one of these days. Give us a call, 888-416-7752 if you want to know more about it. But that is the strategy to do it. Okay? And this is my last point before I let you go. Again, this is going to be a very short episode. And this goes without saying. By investing in a strong omni-channel strategy, you can not only increase your customer retention, but also drive business growth and revenue. Again, that goes without saying. And especially because of the fact we talked about when we led this episode. That's all I have for you guys. Omnichannel marketing is great, but you have to have the right strategy. I gave you 4 ways to make sure that strategy is robust. I mean, it's foolproof. And again, if you want to hear more about this and how we can make it work for you and your firm, again, give us a call, 888-416-7752. Or you can send us an email at info@lbmsllc.com. We'd love to help you. So that's about it for today, folks. This has been Frank Deming, the local business guy. Take care and bye for now. Until next week. Peace out.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Marketing Solutions for Local Law Firms, the podcast that provides you with all the latest digital marketing tools, tips, and strategies you will need to implement in order to stay ahead of your competition. If you would like to know more about the topic we discussed on the show today, reach out to Frank and his team at 888-416-7752 and schedule a discovery call with one of the marketing consultants. If you'd like to be a guest on our show, send an email to podcast@lbmsllc.com and we will put you on the schedule. With that being said, until next week, make it a successful digital marketing day. Peace out.